Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Darylyn and today I have for you a itty bitty teeny weeny super small plant haul. Now I really haven't been getting that many plants, definitely not at the pace that I was last year recently, so this is gonna be like a quick little not super long one, but I feel like I still have gotten some good stuff even despite kind of slowing down and pumping the brakes on acquisitions. So here's everything that I've brought into my collection recently. Let's go. Alrighty, so first, I guess we'll talk about this. This is an Agleonema Pictum Bicolor, not tricolor, bicolor. And as many of you will probably know, I have never, not once in the history of this channel, featured an Agleonema because I don't know shit about them. But we have this here. This was given to me by a wonderful friend of mine who gave me a whole bunch of stuff. And even though I'm not super into Agleonema, another friend of mine is dying for an Agleonema Pictum tricolor. So I am actually going to drop soil on my bed. I'm actually going to go ahead and give this to her. So you probably won't see it on this channel again. I don't know, maybe, but I think it's really beautiful. And if I had more space, maybe I wouldn't be so keen to rehome it. But I don't know, my friend really wants something like this. She's really keen on it. So I think I would just rather give it to her. But Agleonema Pictum Bicolor, it was in this terracotta, in this soil situation when I got it. So I don't really know. I've noticed though that if I don't water it exactly when it wants to be watered, it tends to drop leaves, as evidenced by the bare stick situation we've got here. But yeah, it's a really cool plant, and I bet you anything it would be incredible at size, but it's gonna go to a new home with my friend. But I did want to show you this little guy because I do think he's really cute, and he's very velvety, and he's just not something that I ever really show. So Agleonema Pictum Bicolor. All right, so next, and this one actually came from the same friend. This is a Philodendron, Paraiso, Verde. And as you can see, it's not looking super variegated right now. Apparently, these not only really need good light to put out top tier variegation, but they also are really sensitive to heat. So I am hoping that keeping it in my house and keeping it a little bit warmer, it will hopefully put out some new growth with some whiter, lighter, mintier leaves. It's just a cutting and it's started to root. I noticed that today, so that's exciting. But I have a lot of high hopes for this. I've always kind of liked this better than the Philodendron Jose Bono. I don't know why, and maybe it's weird that I've always connected Paraiso Verde and Jose Bono in my brain. Maybe it's because they're both paddly, variegated leaves with Spanish names. I don't know, could be. But I've always kind of been more partial to the Paraiso Verde, which is actually good for me because the Paraiso Verde is a lot cheaper now. They used to kind of be about the same. Jose Bono skyrocketed recently, and Paraiso Verde's come down a lot. So hopefully we get a lot of really cool growth out of this guy. But yeah, that's my little Philodendron Paraiso Verde propagation project. Okay, so it is possible that I've already hauled this plant back in the spring of 2021. I don't remember, and I'm too lazy to check. So here's my little Florida ghost. It's so cute. I love how this new leaf came out, and it's really minty right now. It was a lot whiter when it first came out. This was in my greenhouse, and the greenhouse, how's that going? I don't know. We'll see over spring how things do, but winter in the greenhouse was rough for a lot of the plants. Nothing perished, but it was rough. Anywho, Philodendron Florida Ghost. It's so cute. I'm really excited to grow this up because I think that the Florida leaves are ghost, beauty, green, what have you. They're all a really interesting shape, and I don't really have anything else that's like that in my collection. So really excited to grow this out. Hopefully it does well and continues to size up. One of the reasons I do like to have leca in a cup like this is so that as the plant grows, if you leave space, you can just add more leca, and then the plant can just keep rooting up. The idea is that your plant matures because it feels like it's climbing. So yeah, really cute little guy. I got this as a cutting from a friend like last year, and it took a really long time to root. Like, I don't know what it is about like the Florida Ghost, Biliatiers, like all kinds of ones like that. And I don't even know if those are related at all and if this is like a terrible analogy or whatever, a terrible comparison, but they take forever to root. So I'm glad that this one made it, because there was a point where I was like, I don't know if that Florida Ghost is long for the world, but it never declined. It just kind of did nothing and then eventually did something. So we have that. All right, since you guys all know that I'm like a sucker for Calathea, I got another one recently. This, I don't know the exact like species or cultivar or whatnot. I think it's probably a type of Calathea roseopicta. Like if that's like one species that includes like Calatheas with leaves like this, I think that might be what this is. I don't know for sure because it wasn't labeled, but I saw this at Home Depot when I went to pick up some pots and some like supplies, and I was like, I've never seen this Calathea in person before. I've seen it online. And so, I mean, like, to me, it's like a little bit more of a rare one because like you almost never see them. But this year, they must have just put out a huge batch of them because I'm seeing them everywhere. And they put them out like right around Valentine's Day. So I'm really excited to have it. And I find that with Calathea, when you bring them home from the big box store, they usually kind of decline and do worse before they do better. So I don't know like what kind of water they were giving this. Like my guess is that they weren't giving this plant filtered water at Home Depot. So getting it on the right water, getting it in, you know, a nice spot where it likes the light and whatnot, it'll probably start pushing out some new leaves soon. And then, oh wait, there's a plant tag. Oh, it's just care instructions. Let's see, are they good? Tangent, placed in a bright environment, avoid direct sunlight. Okay, that's good. Ideal temperature between 62 and 80 degrees Fahrenheit. I would say that's accurate. Water, moderate. No. Do not let stand in excess water. Calathea do really well in self-watering. Like, I don't know about that. Do not allow it to dry out completely. Okay, yes, that's good. Fertilize regularly. That's common sense. Don't consume. Fair. Yeah, so it doesn't say anything about like needing filtered water. So no wonder people struggle with Calathea. Like they don't give you good advice. Anyway, yeah, so I really like it and I think it's really cute and I'm really excited to get it growing and get it recovering and get some like nice leaves coming out. Cause like most of the leaves on it, as you can see, like took a little bit of a hit, you know, probably in shipment and then, you know, changing environments, coming to my place. So this little Calathea has probably been through a lot, but I've had this plant for a couple of weeks now and it's definitely holding its own. It's holding strong, hasn't declined. So I'm guessing that by the end of the growing season, this plant is going to be a gigantic bush. So that is exciting. I really like it. I wish I knew the exact name of the cultivar. If you know, please tell me. I would really like to know, but so cute. And even though these are literally everywhere right now, like in Home Depot and there's some like boutique places around that I've seen them at, you know how people are with Calathea, like they're all gonna die. They're all gonna die. So these are not gonna be like common and everywhere and like popping up in every single purge group because like most people don't like Calathea and the people who are suckered into buying them because they don't know better are gonna kill them. So anyway, I think it's really cute. Such a sucker for like pink and purple plants and I do love my Calathea. All right, moving on. All right, I think it's time for a little small boy. What do you guys think? So this is a very cute little philodendron white wizard and I really like this. This actually came from the same friend that gave me the Paraiso Verde and the Agleonema Pictum Bicolor, and he gave me this little philodendron white wizard too. And I actually air layered this and took the top cutting, so the rest of the plant is in a prop box somewhere. But yeah, this is a really, if I look at the plant, you guys can't see it. I gotta stop doing that. But this is like a really cute one. And unfortunately, only 2 of the leaves like have a lot of color on them, and then the other one less so, and then the new one even less. But I actually do think that this White Knight does have tricolor abilities. So that's really, really cool because I do love a good tricolor, and it's really beautiful. And this is one of the plants that actually looks a lot like the Philodendron Red Anderson. So if you really want the Philodendron Red Anderson, but you just can't like afford to buy one, like totally understandable, they're expensive, especially if you get them domestically, or you don't trust that any of the plants you're seeing are like truly Red Andersons, because they might not be. There's like a lot of misinformation about there and a lot of things being sold falsely under that name. The White Wizard is actually a really good alternative. It's way less money, it's way less of a risk, and there's just not as many floating around out there like being sold under the wrong name. So definitely an option if you kind of like that Red Anderson kind of vibe, but it's just not happening. Like, it's not gonna happen for you. The White Knight is a good... Have I been saying White Wizard this whole time? Like, if I have been, like, oh my god. White Knight is a good option. Just a mess over here today, you guys. But yeah, this is super cute, and I'm really grateful to my friend for giving this to me. And I'm trying to like cut it and encourage the variegation, and hopefully I have something like really spectacular to show everybody in, I don't know, by the end of the growing season. But yeah, Philodendron White Knight, super, super, super cute. Very excited to have this. Okay, moving on. Now we have this adorable little Philodendron Dean McDowell. Now, so this is a hybrid between the Philodendron Pastazanum and the Philodendron Gloriosum. And I actually grew this from a chunk, which is why it's still like kind of small, but I'm very proud of myself because I traded for this. I traded a Choco chunk for this. So I've got my little McDowell, and the grow tent was like instrumental in getting that chunk to sprout. And now it's like a whole plant. It's still a little small boy, but it's a whole plant. And I'm really excited to watch this plant grow. One of the things about the Dean McDowell that's cool is that they get huge. Like uncontrollably huge. So I think I have like some time before I have to like buy this plant its own living situation, but I'm excited because I don't really have that many plants that are huge. And even some of the ones that I have that are supposed to have the ability to get huge, like I've had a lot of setbacks with them, but I'm excited for this. And it's also a crawler, which I actually really like crawlers. And I think crawlers are gonna be like more popular in the next, year or so, because climbing plants are obviously classic, but they're just like such a pain in the ass. Like moss poles and keeping moss poles wet, there's like a lot of trial and error involved in that whole process, and like it's a huge pain in the ass. And on top of that, it's expensive to like buy all the materials and then like try and fail and adjust and all of that. So crawlers, very, very cool because they just crawl along the pot and you don't have to worry about any of that stuff, and it's like the same effect as if they were climbing. I do have this little guy in soil. It's in my tree fern mix, but just like a little bit more orchid bark and charcoal and perlite than I probably showed in that video, just because I've been kind of seeing that I need to adjust like the chunkiness of soil and my conditions. But yeah, little Dean McDowell, I think he's so cute. Like I really like, and I'm starting to more appreciate like just foliage plants that have like just nice classic green on them. They look so nice. They look amazing in terracotta, which this isn't in, but well, I mean, I got that on the bottom. So I'm definitely appreciating them more, especially like from a plant design perspective. Like I feel like there's my plant collector brain, and then there's like my plant design brain where I like want to have my house look nice, and like she's struggling right now. My plant interior designer is struggling right now. My plant collector is super happy. Oh my god. Anyway, now you guys know like how things look inside my head. Philodendron Dean McDowell, super, super, super cute, easy plant, doesn't need a lot of light. Happy to chill. Really enjoying having this plant in my collection. All right, last but not least, definitely most, and that's why it's last. We have another super small bebe, and that is this Philodendron. No, Anthurium Luxurians. This is a little small bebe Anthurium Luxurians. Now, I got this plant a while ago. I got it, I was like back over the summer probably. And when I got it, it had like 2 leaves that were a lot bigger than this. But unfortunately, they did not survive. They perished rather quickly. And it took a really, really long time for this plant to put out another leaf. I don't think that Anthurium Luxurians really like sphagnum moss the way that a lot of other Anthurium do. And so I definitely need to put it into a different situation. I'm just like going back and forth between like what I want to do with it, if I want to put it into pond or if I want to put it into soil. I hate the idea of keeping Anthurium in soil. I just don't think that that makes a lot of sense for most Anthurium given what they are likely doing in the wild, like their natural habitat. Like most Anthurium are not terrestrial plants. There's a few exceptions to that. And I put my Anthurium veitchii into soil because it just was not like responding to my normal care routine for Anthurium very well. And that seems to have been a good move. So I think I'm going to do the Clarinerviums next. And I'm not sure, but I might do the Luxurians too. I don't know, like we'll see. I mean, it clearly like rooted, so we'll see, but I really like it. It's really cute. And these, when they get mature, are like spectacular. They look like embossed leather. It's so beautiful. And they're really, really like textured. And I wouldn't say that these count as like a corrugated Anthurium. And they aren't like super finicky like corrugated Anthurium tend to be, but very, very cool. If you've never heard of this plant before, just like FYI, it is like kind of a pricey one, but yeah, definitely a cool one. So yeah, that's it. That's my little mini plant haul. Thank you so much for chilling with me. Go ahead and tell me down below what your favorite plant that I showed you here was today. If you are getting some plant mail soon, you have stuff coming, tell me that too. If you want me to see photos, use the hashtag on Instagram, plant friend down the street. I do go in there every couple days and like scope it out, you know, comment on people's stuff. So thank you again for hanging out and I will see you in my next one. Bye.